You open your banking app. There it is. Another $39. Another auto renewal you forgot about. You say, it's just a subscription. You say, it's convenient. Now your total monthly app spend is larger than your electricity bill. And you still think this is about discipline. It is not. Your favorite apps are not neutral tools. They are engineered storefronts, and you are walking through them with your wallet open. Who profits from that ignorance? The platform, the payment processor, the subscription model. Not you. You think the problem is impulse control. You think you are bad with money. That belief is profitable because it keeps you blaming yourself instead of examining the architecture. Digital payments reduce what behavioral economists call the pain of paying. When you hand over physical cash, your brain logs a loss. When you tap a screen, the loss is abstract. Research on digital payments and mental accounting shows that people spend more when transactions feel detached from physical money. The friction disappears. The salience disappears. The brain encodes it as data, not sacrifice. Who benefits from that detachment? App ecosystems do. Subscription businesses prefer recurring microcharges because they hide inside your mental blind spot. You do not evaluate each charge as a fresh decision. It becomes background noise. A thesis from the University of Texas at Arlington documented how design elements like one-click purchasing and stored credentials reduce deliberate evaluation. Fewer steps means fewer moments to reconsider. Fewer moments to reconsider means more revenue. There is also evidence from research highlighted by Chicago Booth showing that when spending decisions are made in isolation, without social visibility or accountability, overspending increases. When crowdsourcing apps introduced shared visibility, spending dropped. Silence is profitable. Isolation is profitable. And the system is built to keep you alone with your tap. Let's name the exploit. Mental accounting. Your brain does not treat all money equally. It creates separate buckets. Rent, food, entertainment. Just $5. Digital apps exploit bucket fragmentation. A study on digital payments and overspending shows that when transactions are abstracted through cards, wallets, or stored credentials, spending increases because the payment is cognitively decoupled from the resource pool. In insider shorthand, reduced salience to reduced loss signal to increased spend frequency. Now layer in auto-renew architecture. Subscriptions convert active decisions into passive drift. Once enrolled, the default is continuation. Behavioral science calls this the default effect. People stick with preset options. Who profits from defaults? Companies with recurring billing. Then comes price partitioning. Instead of charging $100 upfront, the system charges 10 per month. Smaller numbers trigger weaker loss aversion. The total cost fades. And here is the quiet layer. Interface friction asymmetry. Signing up takes one tap. Canceling requires menus, confirmations, password re-entry. That asymmetry is not accidental design. It is revenue defense. This is not innovation. It is behavioral arbitrage. They are exploiting firmware written by evolution. It is like renting a locker at the gym. You walk in for a free trial workout. They hand you a towel. They say, locker access is included for the first week. You accept. The locker fee after the trial? $8 per month. That sounds small. Smaller than a protein shake. So you agree. Now here's the shift. The locker auto-renews. The key is already on your keychain. Your shoes are inside. Your spare shirt is hanging there. Canceling means emptying it. Returning the key. Filling out a form at the front desk. You postpone. Weeks turn into months. You move apartments. You stop going to that gym. But the locker fee continues. $8 does not feel like loss. it feels like background noise. Over 3 years, that locker costs $288 US. You never once made a decision to spend $288 US. You made one decision, then Drifter handled the rest. Who profits from that drift? The gym. Who pays for inertia? You. Apps function like digital lockers. They store your playlists, your documents, your habits. Once your data is inside, leaving requires effort. The key insight: the product is not the locker. The product is your stored momentum. And momentum, once monetized, compounds. Now scale this behavior over 5 years. Music app, fitness app, cloud storage, streaming platform, premium productivity tools, each one small. Collectively, a drain. You are not just losing money, you are losing optionality. That recurring drain reduces investment capital. It delays debt repayment. It postpones ownership. The cage is gold-plated. It streams in high definition. But it is still a cage. And here is the real cost: cognitive bandwidth. Every silent renewal reduces your awareness of trade-offs. You stop asking, do I still need this? The longer defaults run, the more identity fuses with consumption. Canceling feels like loss of self. Who profits from your inertia? Recurring revenue models, shareholders, growth metrics, not your future self. Do not optimize harder. Interrupt. Once per month, open your bank statement, not the app dashboard, the raw statement. Circle every recurring charge. Force aggregation. This collapses mental buckets into one ledger. When small fragments merge into a visible total, the loss signal returns. You are rewriting salience. Then apply a single rule. If you would not subscribe again today at full annual cost, cancel it. Not because it is bad, because passive drift is expensive. Some Chicago booth research suggests that social visibility reduces overspending. So create artificial visibility. Tell a friend your monthly app total. Post it on paper near your desk. Shame is not required. Clarity is. The override is simple. Aggregate, confront, delete. You are not fighting temptation. You are correcting firmware. Look at your last bank statement. Add up every subscription. Write the number in the pinned comment. Now ask yourself, if the platforms removed auto-renew tomorrow, how many of those would survive your deliberate choice?